We kind of
can't give that away. Is that one of the spoilers?
Yeah, that's a spoiler.
Vanity Fair, you need to cut that. Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves.
And I'm Chad Stahelski.
And we're going to talk about some fan theories for John Wick Chapter 4.
You're going to die. Maybe not. A new day is dawning. New ideas, new rules, new management.
I have spent time on Reddit. I just don't spend a lot of time on Reddit. Don't want some of those things rattling around the head, you know.
And Keanu, are you online?
I'm not. No.
Not on Twitter?
None. So this is going to be new and exciting. Okay, posted by you, Gymno Jake. I think Winston is a much bigger deal in the assassin underground than the films make him out to be. He knows where Yosef is in Chapter 1. He knew where Perkins was. He knows John was ordered to kill him in Chapter 3 by the Elder. His verification number when labeling John Excommunicado is 11111. Not even Santino D'Antonio, the next heir to the Camorra seat in the High Table, has a number that seems that significant. I think John and Winston have been making their plans since Santino blew up John's house. No.
No.
And yes.
Yes, a lot of history.
A lot of history.
A lot of history. Winston is that important. He's tied in.
Bigger. I mean, he seems to be connected to the High Table.
He's connected. At least he's respected and connected.
Respected and connected.
New York City.
And he's ambitious.
Very.
Does he want to have a seat at the High Table? Could he have a seat at the High Table? He could. Could he?
Don't know if he wants to.
I don't think he could. But he's very important.
But not working with Santino. I don't think they have a plot.
No. But yeah. But he knew Santino.
He could have had a plot with Santino to twist the plot.
But there's no plot. Okay, go ahead.
F. When John says that he doesn't sit at the table, then Winston says your family does. 3 to 4 seconds later, you see John and a woman looking at each other. I think that could possibly be his sister. That would be awesome. A badass sister that will slay foes just like John. Miss Baba Yaga. I think he's talking about Natalia.
Yes.
Yes. So that would be...
No.
She is badass and she could slay foes, but not John's blood relative.
No. But in the tribe.
In the tribe of the Rescaroma, she is considered very close to John.
I knew her father.
Step-sister-ish.
Okay.
Cousinish.
No, getting crazy. We don't know.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend. It's hard to die.
Raphael Gal. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I have to say, I think Winston is pulling the strings. With the revelation that John's family sits at the table, I wouldn't be surprised if Winston is using John to either eliminate those who are trying to usurp his power because he is the head of the table. Or using John to gain power to overthrow the table.
Solid strategy.
Solid. Wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
I mean, it could be, we're saying that, but that's not the story.
I think Winston's very clever like that.
Yeah, but he's
not the head of the High Table.
No.
Winston has a very big role in this one, actually. He's always had a pretty good part in it. He's always been really part of the DNA.
He gave me the address to the Red Circle.
Yep. He gave the address to the Red Circle. He helped change the bounty.
So much.
He's pretty tied in, and he does have his way of manipulating.
And I saved his life, and he shot me off a roof.
No headshots.
No,
he got him right in the jacket, and he's assuming that. I think a lot of people think that he knew you had the bulletproof suit on, so that's how he shot you. Give you an edge.
What about the 5 stories to the ground?
I think he was counting on that awning.
Got the
He
awning.
knew that one air conditioning.
The one awning. Shaka Zulu, theory time. When Winston says your family, I think John probably was an orphan, so they put him away for safety. His family was really good at hiding that they're in the underworld. He's not saying John's family exactly, but family as in his wife's family. My theory since the beginning that she or her family are in the table. Nice one.
Yeah, that was good.
Maybe future stories.
Yep, I think we're gonna tuck that one away.
Is he dead yet?
Yep.
What?
Mind blown.
No, but you can't do that because John Wicks are sincere. We don't lie.
No, we don't try to trick you.
You know, the characters are all...
They're all straightforward.
There's no no...
Well, you know, we're not trying to do any jockeying, so
no,
they're pretty altruistic.
Yeah.
This is from Will Norris. I can't believe that people aren't picking up that John Wick is getting married in part 4. I can't believe it either, Will. That is how his family will have a seat at the table. He has to marry into the family, which is why Fishburne says that a man needs to look good getting married or buried. John's off to get married in that scene. No. I don't think John's gonna get married in this John Wick. I think he's still in those stages of grief with Helen. A John wedding would, I imagine, be pretty...
People would be well-dressed.
Yeah, well-dressed. I think it would...
There'd be champagne.
It would be an occasion.
And there'd be dancing.
There'd be dancing and a dog.
Lunar Memo. So I have two theories. The first one is that John Wick, before the beginning of the first movie, and what we are seeing is his travels through the 7 rings of hell.
Ooh, good, he's on it. Dante.
Till he reaches paradise and reunites with his wife. I know it sounds crazy, but the movie does reference the Divine Comedy in subtle ways. Second theory is that his wife was somehow connected to the underworld, but they are holding back on the reveal.
Love the Dante reference. Love the Divine Comedy. Yeah, we reference that a lot.
I mean, it's kind of part of the multiverse.
It is.
Like if we wanted to multiverse.
If we wanted a multiverse, we send John.
We could do that. No, I know, but we could also like
shake it up.
And then like, you know, all sorts of different dynamics would be happening.
Storm Crown. I love the slowly unveiled world building of the series. Like in the first movie, it seems like a regular underground mafia or an assassin thing in an otherwise same world as our own. By the third movie and some of the dialogue of this new trailer, my friend and I developed a theory it's possibly an alternate universe where armies don't really exist and all war and conflict is carried out by this international assassin league that spans possible centuries of existence. There's your multiverse. Wow. Storm Crown. Great idea, good palette. There's probably a great TV show on that. Already starting. Yeah, alternate universe. It's definitely an alternate reality.
I mean, John Wick is already a kind of hyper reality.
We're in the hyper real world. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's it's not a bad idea actually. No, that would be a good one.
November Alpha. Winston said that Wick's family holds a chair in the high table. At 59, Song says, I am the black sheep of the family. Sounds like it's about John Wick himself, who left the comfortable life of a high table chair holder and took the path of an assassin. Yeah, again.
Yeah, no.
But we're back to the other things.
But they do like the idea that you're coming from that world.
Yeah.
Which I think John's more ground level and worked his way up.
No, I think John's family is dead.
Yeah, I think they're all...
I think they were actually killed.
Yeah, the way we had planned it is Wick has always been of the orphan thing, the orphan origin.
Sharpie Dot popping in. This is a slim chance, but remember that guy that Gianna was talking with before she got killed? I think his name was Coney. Yes. Yeah, I feel like he's going to come back in John Wick 4 to fight against the high table.
Ooh, Coney. No.
Well, it doesn't happen, but that doesn't mean that it can't
but
be.
A Coney could be it.
He's got some grievances.
He does, and we like the Coney.
Yeah, I mean, I think if there's like a... Well, we can't give that away. But yeah, we can't give that away.
Either.
Can't give that away. Yeah, no.
Cody, there's so many great sub-characters we put into the world that we really didn't explore, so hopefully we get the chance to do that at some point. The fact that people think about it as much as they do, and we've given them, hopefully, the seeds to grow all their own ideas, that's pretty...
Well, I think cool. Also, yeah, I mean, I think we work on the kind of like show, don't tell, but also what you're showing has a history behind it, you know, and I think you can feel that in the films, that there's a coherence of what you're watching, but you're not learning all of the details.
Well, I think a lot, I mean, the way we write these things is we kind of write the really detailed scene, and then Keanu here gets up and really acts out everybody's part. And the writers and I try to keep up as he's acting him out.
Man,
so I guess that's
it's your world and I'm just playing it.
Last words, Winston?
Just have fun out there.
So thank you very much, and thank you.
Thank you.